Hello, my hair is not great there, but we're just going to keep it like that. So, through the pain, time heals nothing. Definitely one of my all-time favourite DSBM songs. Might even be the track that actually got me into DSBM properly, big time. I always remember this particular upload that I have on in the background coming out 13 years ago. No, what am I on about? Sorry. Something else. No. Yeah, fuck it, we'll just go with that. I was like, that doesn't work out because I'd have been 14, and if it came out 13 years ago, I'd have been 16. So I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. It's not this. But it is this song, so don't think about it, it's just not the right upload. Anyway, Through the Pain, Time Heals Not is because the fucking album was uploaded first in 2006, wasn't it? And then this upload. So, anyway, doesn't matter. Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing. In my opinion, the best example of depressive black metal ever made. Like, the most textbook, bog standard depressive black metal. If I was to show someone who had never listened to depressive black metal a song, I would show them Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing. And I would say, if you don't like that, you're probably not going to like the genre. I know for some people they'd probably go like a fucking like Silencer, Sterile Nails and Thunderbolts or something. But like, that's bullshit. Okay, that is not indicative of the genre in the slightest. No, fuck off. No, Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing. That's what I would say. It's much more. Sorry, I'm fiddling with stuff over there. I was obviously quite depressed little fucker when I was a teenager. I mean, maybe even still now, but like nothing like I was, you know. But I hadn't ever heard DSBM, so I was mostly listening to black metal. But I was mostly listening to like Carpathian Forest, and then like really weird, sort of obscure stuff. Satanic War Master is not weird, obscure stuff, but there's like this whole range of cassettes from like the late 90s, with these white covers, and Satanic War Masters amongst them. But it's like Winter Blood or Winter Moon, the early Enslaved, like 92, Yggdrasil and stuff like that. I was listening to quite a bit of. Basically anything that mostly sounded like static as well, you know. I was also listening to like quite a lot of Sabbath and like stuff like that, for some reason, and Watain. I was quite into Watain and Cradle of fucking Filth. But I was mostly into Doom, you know. I was mostly listening to Stoner Doom, like Electric Wizard, and mostly the really slow, depressing stuff, like The Sun Has Turned to Black, and Echo Echo Azarak, or Vixa B Phase Inducer, any of that sort of stuff, you know, the really long, droning stuff. Fuck, I loved them. Anyway, somehow from there, I would have found myself listening to like Naught and Mournful Congregation and like Funeral Doom. And I really liked that stuff. And like My Dying Bride and stuff. So from there, it would have been, somehow, one day, I would have been sat in my room, edge of my bed, depressed as fuck, chopping up my weed, and watching stuff. Look, I wouldn't want watching stuff on my own about, I'd been listening to stuff. Even though the stereo was behind me. Not that, you know, you need to know that, do you? So I've been listening to stuff. And this upload, maybe not this one, but Through the Pain came up. And it might have been this, because this is, you know, that picture is the right one. It's exactly what I've got in mind. It's the one of Baelvect, side on, with the long lanky hair, black and white, textbook. No corpse paint. Textbook. Fucking corpse paint. Fuck off. Don't like it at all. Maybe at a time, but it's so gimmicky now. It's so trash. They just look like twats. Doesn't look sincere at all, does it? I'd be more scared of like 3 fucking little drill rappers coming up to me down the lane than I would 3 fucking guys with leather belts, leather jackets and black and white face paint. I just think they're little knobs. They're like fucking pussies in disguise. Maybe that comes from a morbid way of looking at the world, I don't know. I'm more scared of people that are actually fucking scary than people that shout Satan at the wall. Hey, maybe I've fucking met people that are actually scary. Anyway. So, depressed little me saw that upload, and the long lanky hair, and the white face, and the white static background. It just looked like, that looks intriguing. That looks like it might resonate like nothing else has. And I put it on, and it was the very opening, the first moment, the feedback, the tone of the guitar feedback. I was quite into feedback, being someone who ended up into noise. I quite liked I Hate God, and a lot of Sludge, and Aspath, and like Burning Witch, and Carnate. And they always had these amazing sections of feedback. And Carpathian Forest do this too, where you think you're going to get a guitar solo, and they just fuck with feedback, and it's amazing. The opening feedback gives you the tone. It's like pure tone. And the tone that Baelvect got on Through the Pain, unparalleled. One of the best depressive black metal tones, if you ask me. It's just for a guitar. And this is, unlike the Cold Murderous music, this is like black metal. It's a guitar. Distorted guitar all the way through. Simple as fuck. Chugging along. Chug, 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 chug. You know, it's simple as anything. Still got that straight boom, dush beat with constant churning on that hat. The way that riff plods on, it just makes me think of a train going over the tracks every single time. All I want to do, really, when I put this on, is go out at night time. You can get onto the train tracks around here. Put on all blacks, put on a snood, and like get a big black leather, or a big black rucksack, and then literally just like walk along the tracks, listening to this, hood up, in the night. I don't know, it just sounds like it. It sounds like you're gonna go and throw yourself in front of a train. I love this song. I can't explain. It changed the way I looked at so many things. It was just instantly, I fell in love with depressive black metal the moment I heard it. Every single element of this song I like. It's incredibly simple. It's like a couple of riffs. It's so incredibly simple. It's repetitive as fuck. It is so hypnotic. And you know what? If you're depressed, trust me, it gets fucking repetitive, and I love it. It just goes and goes and goes on and on and on. And it's like the fucking wallpaper, it's the air, it's everything. It's I love the simplicity of that riff. And then the fact that there's like a melody being played all the way through it, this really somber, melancholic, beautiful melody being played with the bass. It's textbook. This is textbook DSBM, textbook, go get the textbook. This is DSBM 101. Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing. Baelvect was one of the greatest DSBM musicians we ever got blessed with. My god, the amount of nights I probably wouldn't have got through as a teenager if it wasn't for that fucking man. You know. Fucking hell. It's really hard to explain as well. It's like, people don't get the relationship with it. It's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg sort of thing. And, if you're drawn to it like a moth to a flame, you might find yourself getting burned by it as well, but there's nothing else that feels so much like life for a few of us, I guess. A little fly thing. I got the windows open. So yeah, there you go. Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing. Very simple riffing. Absolutely textbook DSBM. The vocals are perfect. They are so pained. They are shrieks. They are howls, but they are like still aggressive. They don't go silly ever. His voice breaks here and there, but it sounds really genuine. It's just a bit of cleanness in the middle of a shriek. The slow section, which is just about to start with the arpeggio, is just beautiful. The way the feedback carries is beautiful. The drumming is perfect. Everything about Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing, if you're getting into depressive black metal, is such a good example of just what to expect. Variations on this. Consider this your theme, and there are many variations on the theme. there are different approaches and different styles in DSBM and different ways of doing it, of course. You know, Zasper doesn't sound like Cold World, and Cold World doesn't really sound like fucking Happy Days, and Happy Days doesn't really sound too much like I'm in a Coffin, and I'm in a Coffin doesn't really sound much like Trist, and Trist doesn't really sound like Neighbours. But there's a little bit of this in fucking everything. That's what I'd say. So, if you're getting into depressive black metal, listen to Through the Pain, Time Heals Nothing. It's the song that got me into the genre, and to this day I still think it is probably the best example of the genre. People will disagree, of course, and so be it. It doesn't really matter, it's the whole point of music, eh? Anyway,